A senior lecturer at the Political Science Department of the University of Ghana, Professor Ransford Jampo, is recommending a further amendment of the Presidential Transition Act 2012, that is Act 845, in order to ensure a smooth transition. He is of the view that the provision of submission of handing over notes 1 month before election is more feasible.
Until the enactment of the Presidential Transition Act 2012, Act 845, there was no legal blueprint that governed the transfer of political power in the country. Before the enactment of the law, transitions in the country had been characterized by administrative lapses, forced evictions, and seizure of vehicles which left in its wake acrimony, tension, ill-feeling, and inter-party hostility. However, there were challenges when Act 845 was first implemented in 2012. An instance is Sections 11 and 12 of the Act on swearing in of members of Parliament and the election of Speaker 2 days before the inauguration of the President. Here, the challenge is whether there would be 2 parliaments following the inauguration of the new Parliament 2 days before dissolution of the old Parliament. Even though the law was amended in October 2016, a senior lecturer at the University of Ghana, Professor Jampo, is of the view the transition process could encounter some challenges.
Incoming president with his attorney general may have to rethink the law, look at the challenges and the loopholes it contains, and then go for some amendments with a view to strengthening it.
Professor Jampo noted the law was to make room for enough time to transfer power, but that is yet to come to fruition.
And those going into election knew that they were going to win. And so maybe in future, if there is an amendment, it may be to the effect that we have to push our transition or the date for the investiture of the president or swearing of the president, maybe into February or something, so that the one who has lost would have maybe 1 month to prepare handing over notes.
He expects challenges confronting the Administrator General to be addressed to ensure a smooth transition. Another political scientist, Dr. Evans Agredakum, is however of the view loopholes in the law will be better identified after the transitional period.
Truly, this is the first time this act is really being put to test. Because the 2012 transition was the same people handing over to themselves. So really, it was not really rigorous. But this is the time that a government is handing over to a different political party. And that is where there's also the potential of conflict emerging.